Zegler was supposed to believe is just so striking that even the supermodel like Gal Gadot is supposed to be homicidically jealous of her. I mean, we're supposed to completely suspend our disbelief.
Hollywood careers can change overnight. Rachel Zegler's story shows how fast someone can go from top star to industry outcast. Her journey is one of the most dramatic career collapses in recent Hollywood history. Rachel burst onto the scene when Steven Spielberg picked her from thousands of applicants to star in West Side Story. She seemed to come out of nowhere. The casting announcement shocked the entertainment world.
I mean, people thought my whole trajectory was fake, and sometimes I wake up and I think my whole trajectory is fake, but it's just a testament to taking chances.
One day she was making videos at home, the next she was on huge movie sets with famous directors. Her rise to fame happened so quickly that many industry veterans couldn't believe it was real. Critics loved her performance as Maria. They praised her powerful singing voice and natural screen presence. Some even compared her to classic Hollywood stars from the golden age of musicals.
She got the role not because she was a great singer, she got the role because she's a fantastic.
Fans followed her on social media by the millions. Her follower count exploded overnight. Everyone wanted to know more about this new star who seemed to have endless talent and potential.
While we're on the subject of actresses and awards and hacks, do we have a moment for Rachel Zegler and Snow White? Because there is an update.
Award shows invited her to walk the red carpet alongside established A-list celebrities. She attended prestigious events where Hollywood royalty treated her as an equal despite her newcomer status. It looked like the perfect start to a huge career in Hollywood. Industry experts predicted she would become one of the biggest stars of her generation. Magazine covers featured her face with headlines announcing the arrival of a new superstar, but things weren't so perfect behind the scenes. People who worked on West Side Story started talking about problems.
The reason we had Rachel Zegler on the docket is she's an asshole. So she came out and took a large dump on half of the country.
Small whispers soon grew into loud rumors that spread throughout Hollywood. They said Rachel often argued with the crew about dance moves and costumes. What began as creative suggestions reportedly turned into demands that delayed filming and frustrated the team. Some claimed she even questioned camera angles and tried to change dialogue written by award-winning screenwriters. These weren't minor suggestions, but major challenges to the production team's experience and authority.
She was seen as unbecoming for getting the leading role in Snow White, only to often voice how much she hates the original.
I was scared of the original cartoon. I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up.
This behavior shocked many film veterans who expected more respect from a newcomer. Most new actors stay quiet and follow directions on their first big project. They know that learning from experienced professionals is part of paying your dues in Hollywood. What really got people talking was how Spielberg acted around Rachel. He's known for supporting new actors he discovers. Directors usually defend their casting choices, especially when they personally selected someone from thousands of applicants. But with Rachel,
people said she came across as arrogant when she was asked on the red carpet for Shazam, a Marvel film, why she wanted to be a part of the Marvel Universe so bad. She just needed a job.
What made you want to step into this world of DC heroes? I needed a job.
he stayed unusually quiet during public appearances. He didn't rush to her defense when critics questioned her casting. His silence spoke volumes to industry insiders who know how Hollywood really works. At events, people noticed how he praised other cast members much more than her. His enthusiasm seemed genuine for everyone else in the film. Videos from press conferences showed his excited reactions when other actors spoke. When Ariana DeBose won awards for the same movie, Spielberg cheered loudly and gave standing ovations. He publicly called DeBose's performance extraordinary.
People criticize her for starring alongside Ansel Elgort in West Side Story and seemingly standing by him during all the absolutely awful allegations that were going on and not condemning that behavior.
And groundbreaking in multiple interviews. For Rachel, his applause seemed much less excited. He offered basic compliments that sounded rehearsed rather than heartfelt. The contrast became impossible to ignore major award ceremonies broadcast on television. In Hollywood, these small signs mean a lot. When the most powerful director doesn't support his star, other filmmakers notice. They start to wonder what happened behind closed doors that made him distance himself so clearly. Still, Disney took a chance on Rachel and cast her as Snow White in their expensive remake. The role put her at the center of one of Disney's most iconic stories. It should have cemented her status as a major star. They spent around $250 million on the film, expecting it to be a huge hit like their other live-action remakes. Beauty and the Beast and The Lion King had broken box office records, so...
And to everyone who hates when I win, the winged victory came to the Louvre in pieces, and people still line up to see her.
Oh my God.
And I can only hope
What does that mean?
that despite my flaws, and despite my cracks and my breaks, and there are many of them, that at every premiere and everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
Expectations were sky high for Snow White. Problems started during promotion for Snow White. Rachel made comments about the original cartoon that upset many Disney fans. Instead of expressing honor at playing such a beloved character, she seemed dismissive of the classic. She called the original film weird and described the prince as creepy. These statements shocked Disney executives who expected their star to promote the film positively. The company's PR team scrambled to control the damage. Longtime fans felt insulted by these remarks about a movie that meant so much to their childhoods. Social media exploded with angry posts from people who grew up loving the original Snow White. The backlash grew stronger every day. The movie also changed many parts of the original story to update it for modern audiences. These changes might have been accepted if presented differently. Instead, they felt like rejections of what made the story special. The Seven Dwarfs became magical creatures instead of the beloved characters fans recognized. This decision sparked controversy among disability advocates and Disney purists alike. Neither group was satisfied with the explanation for the change. These changes made fans even more upset before the film was released. Ticket pre-sales fell below projections as negative buzz spread online. The warning signs were clear, but the studio pushed forward with their release plans. When Snow White finally came out, it failed badly at the box office. Opening weekend numbers came in far below what similar Disney films had earned. The drop-off in attendance during the second weekend was even worse. Critics wrote harsh reviews that attacked everything from the script to the special effects. Even the music, usually a Disney strong point, received negative feedback. The film's score on review aggregator sites kept dropping lower. Audiences stayed away despite massive marketing campaigns. Theaters reported half-empty showings during what should have been peak viewing times. Parents chose older Disney films to show their children instead of this new version. Disney executives held emergency meetings about the terrible results. Reports leaked about heated discussions and finger-pointing as they tried to understand what went wrong. The financial loss threatened to impact other planned projects. Rachel's name appeared in every negative story about the film. Fair or not, she became the face of the failure. Her previous comments about the original movie were quoted repeatedly as evidence she wasn't right for the role. Most actors would respond to such failure with humility. They might say they tried their best and thank fans for their support. This approach often wins sympathy and gives careers a chance to recover from setbacks. Rachel took a different path that surprised even her supporters. She seemed defensive rather than reflective about the film's poor performance. Her interviews focused on external factors rather than accepting any responsibility. She suggested other upcoming movies like Minecraft had stolen attention from Snow White. This explanation seemed to shift blame rather than acknowledge the film's problems. Industry veterans were stunned by this strategy. This excuse quickly became a joke online, with memes showing Minecraft characters defeating Disney princesses. Internet creators made viral videos mocking the comparison. The situation went from bad to worse with each new interview. The internet can be cruel when someone doesn't admit mistakes. Social media users dug up old clips where Rachel had made similar comments about other classic films. A pattern emerged that damaged her reputation further. Now, rumors spread that major studios won't work with Rachel anymore. Casting calls that might have included her name suddenly stopped mentioning her. Projects she was linked to announced other actresses in roles she might have played. No one announces this type of blacklisting publicly. Hollywood operates through quiet decisions and private conversations. Career deaths happen silently through opportunities that simply stop appearing. Instead, casting directors simply stop calling. Their job is to find reliable performers who won't create problems on set. When an actor develops a certain reputation, the risk becomes too high for multi-million-dollar productions. producers remove her name from consideration for new roles. They attend meetings where her name might come up, only to hear subtle warnings from others who worked with her previously. These behind-the-scenes conversations shape careers more than talent alone. The message is clear: working with Rachel might be too risky for most productions. Her name has become connected with box office failure and on-set problems. In an industry where billions are at stake, reputation matters as much as acting ability. Can Rachel save her career from this downward spiral? The situation looks bleak, but Hollywood loves comeback stories almost as much as it loves creating fallen stars. The path forward exists, but requires significant changes. Hollywood sometimes gives second chances, but they usually require the star to admit mistakes. A heartfelt apology tour with genuine reflection can work wonders for public perception. Audiences often forgive when they sense real growth. She would need to rebuild relationships with powerful people in the industry. This means private meetings, sincere apologies, and proving she's learned valuable lessons about collaboration. The industry respects those who can admit when they were wrong. Taking smaller roles in quality projects could also help repair her image. Working with respected directors on indie films might showcase her talent without the pressure of carrying a blockbuster. These stepping stones could lead back to bigger opportunities. Rachel hasn't done this yet. She seems to be waiting for the storm to pass rather than addressing it directly. This approach rarely works in an industry with such a long memory for perceived slights and professional difficulties. Her story shows that talent alone isn't enough in Hollywood. How you treat others matters just as much as your acting skills. The film industry runs on relationships and trust built over years of working together respectfully. The entertainment business values team players who make productions run smoothly. No matter how talented someone is, if they develop a reputation for creating problems, doors start closing. This reality affects everyone from extras to superstars. Rachel's future remains uncertain as Hollywood watches her next moves carefully. Will she find the humility needed to rebuild her reputation? Can she convince studios to take another chance on her star power? Will she find a way back to the top, or will her career continue to fall into obscurity? The path she chooses now will determine whether she becomes a cautionary tale or an inspiration for overcoming early career mistakes. Whatever happens next, both the industry and fans will be watching closely, with much higher standards than before. Second chances exist in Hollywood, but they must be earned through actions rather than words alone. Rachel Zegler's story reminds everyone in the entertainment industry that careers built quickly can fall even faster. What took years to build can crumble in months when the perfect storm of controversy, box office failure, and reputation damage collide. That's the story of Rachel Zegler's dramatic rise and fall in Hollywood. What do you think about her situation? Does she deserve another chance? Or has she burned too many bridges? Hit the like button if you found this story interesting, and leave a comment with your thoughts on whether Rachel can make a comeback. Don't forget to subscribe for more Hollywood stories just like this one.